For formal wear, what shirt / collar and tie for a regulation doublet, not a military doublet, would you recommend?
Regulation doublet. Which collar? A regulation doublet is basically a Prince Charlie with flaps.
Tassets.
For what?
Tassets.
Mm-hmm.
Extra tassets.
Being all technical and fancy. Mm-hmm. Yes, it has a 3-button waistcoat with lapels in the waistcoat. So for that, you would wear essentially the same thing you would wear with a Prince Charlie. A wing collar, dress shirt with a placket over the buttons, ideally, so you don't have the studs or the buttons showing, and a bow tie. It's just a slightly fancier version of a Prince Charlie.
Yeah, pretty much. There are more people playing around with using a higher cut Argyll, what we would call an Argyll type waistcoat with both PCs and regulation doublets. I think it looks better with a regulation doublet than with the PC, frankly. And it's kind of a funky thing that's come out of, again, the kilt hire agencies in Scotland have started promoting this. So with that combination, you could possibly wear a necktie, or you could possibly do a jabot if you want to be really radical about it. Yeah. A lot of people poo-poo ruche ties. Points if you want to do a ruche tie by actually tying a tie into a ruche knot by hand. But you could, with a higher waistcoat, you could play around with some other things, and I think it might look kind of cool. But if you're using the low-cut PC type waistcoat, which is usually sold with the regulation doublet, yeah, it's a bow tie and wing collar shirt.
Yeah, I would say this: if I'm wearing a higher vest and like an Argyll vest, a 5-button vest that is less showing, I would still probably wear a bow tie because it is still a formal jacket versus a necktie, which is less formal.
Yeah, I was just trying to think outside the box a little bit.
Yeah, understood.
I almost want to say it could be fun with a jabot. The way you would wear a jabot with like a Sheriff Muir.
Potentially.
Or a Montrose.
But, yeah. But I'm not a big jabot fan.
I know you're not. But yeah. I think the antiquated styles are definitely getting more popular.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the high-end, formal end, even more romantic end of the Peaky Blinders effect, the vintage effect that we talk about for day wear.
Yeah, it's whether it's great kilts, whether it's Kenmore doublets, whether it's everything we were just talking about, whether it's the vintage style, all kind of coming back around again. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean a regulation doublet for all the world looks like an Argyll doublet you'd see around the turn of the century, or even like in the 1890s. It really is actually technically more traditional as a design than a PC, which, as we noted before, was kind of a new hybrid idea that came out of the Jazz Age.
Yep, so 1920s-ish.
Yeah, those fancy satin lapels.
So fancy.
Yeah, so fancy. Hey folks, thank you for listening to us jibber jabber for all this time. We want to hear you jibber jabber back at us, so hit the comments and give us some ideas for new videos, new projects, new things you want us to talk about, and talk to us on the socials. We are on Facebook, and we are very active on the Kilts and Culture Facebook group. We love that place. We think you will too. Check it out. In the meantime, give us the like, give us the subscribe, give us the thumb, and check out some more content over here.